lovely to speak to you, Fatima. It's been brilliant hearing you at our conference today, and you're just fresh back from doing the 3 Peaks Challenge, aren't you, for Action for Children?
That's correct. I mean, firstly, I'm delighted that I was here to share your conference today, and it was wonderful to be able to see so many people doing a wonderful job. As far as the 3 Peaks go, I mean, I've just got back this weekend, so it's
how was that? Are you fresh?
My legs are still a little bit stiff and a bit discombobulated, but it was for good cause. As ambassador for Action for Children, you know, it's of vital importance to raise as much awareness as we can for the care systems, the children and the care experience, and also for the wonderful work that so many of them do. You know, that I'm you know, obviously very keen to launch my own campaign, Fatima's campaign, which is going to be out there in support of our young children and care experience, and also all the care systems, and voicing, having a role model who's lived experience as I've had, using my platforms as an Olympic athlete that I was, to bring a greater awareness for the care systems and the importance of it, and what we do in building partnerships in collaboration, and also to leave you know, a legacy for young children and young people, futures in the future to come, you know, next generations.
So you'll be lobbying government, won't you?
Well, the idea is, part of Fatima's campaign is to have and bring and gel everybody together. You know, everyone who works within the depth and breadth of our country, for the young children and young people, you know, the care experience, to be a role model for them. With regard to setting up, you know, making a difference to changes in these young people's lives. With regard to the government, obviously, yes, we will challenge legislation, care, social care. We want more early intervention, and we want to be able to build, you know, happier communities and futures, these children's futures, you know, and doing that, yes, you may have to be a bit more outspoken where government's concerned, but equally, hope that government will support this, and we will act independently, but cross-party, and hope that we have their support cross-party, and you know, we can't we remain independent because of the political uncertainty. You know, so we still want to carry on doing our job and making sure that the care systems are, you know, longing to the future and for future generations is there in place, and you know, as a legacy, as far as I'm concerned, for somebody that's lived in the care experience. You know. Absolutely.
So we obviously know you for being Olympic medalist, silver and bronze, and world champion.
I was BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 1987. I won Britain its only gold medal in 87, and also I was voted World Athlete of the Year in 1987, and top it all off, our late Queen, God rest her soul, she gave me the MBE.
Yeah, and didn't you set the record for the first British athlete to break a world record in a throw-in competition?
Yeah.
I think it's 77.44, a new world record by a massive margin. That's a world, look, she didn't even believe it was that far.
We loved watching you back then, so watching you, the rivalry with Tessa Sanderson, it was just such an incredible time. And you're such an inspiration to so many people, which is why doing Fatima's campaign will be so important and so moving for people going forward.
Yes.
So your own inspiration growing up was Mary Peters, wasn't it?
Mary, if Mary often laughs about this, so if Mary gets to hear this, then she'll laugh again. But she was my inspiration. She was my team manager as well when I got into the British team. So it just goes to show, you know, what young people, you know, with a little bit of hope and a dream and a bit of support, what they can achieve. You know, for me it was being able to find the love of the Whitbreads through sport and become world champion. You know, Mum and I, mum and daughter, coach and athlete, conquered the world as far as javelin throwing are concerned. You know, so hopefully a young Whitbread inspired many others, you know, to do the same.
I'm sure you will have done so many times over. So people obviously know you for that. But some people might not know that you did grow up in children's homes until the age of 14, wasn't it?
Yes, I was abandoned as a baby, some would say left to die. And I spent the first 14 years of my life in children's homes. And that was quite tough because as we all know, children that live in the care system can be affected greatly with trauma, abandonment issues, and neglect. And for me, it was no different. I still had to fight to this day some of my early primary care years. So mental health issues can be a problem, but I would suggest to a lot of youngsters that are listening, young care experienced, or foster carers or adoptees, try to help these young people do healing, self-healing, because I often go back and talk to a young Fatima, and I tell that young Fatima, it's okay, I've got you. And self-healing is good. There's nothing you can't Google these days on issues like trauma and how to sort of cope with triggers, and meditation. That's so a free flow of mind. It's so key. I love to do puzzle work. I like gardening, and in fact, what I usually do in order to treat myself if I've worked hard and I succeeded, I'll do things like I enjoy, which is pottering around in the garden for half an hour, or washing my car, or taking the dog for an extra little walk. These are the things that I find that give me a free state of mind to be able to relax, and I feel happy and content within my life, and that's what it's about.
So you're using all your experiences to help with this campaign going forward, aren't you?
My Fatima's campaign is there to gel and cement everything together right across Scotland, Wales, Ireland and England, working together with the care systems and bringing them under one umbrella under Fatima's campaign in terms of a voice to be heard and seen, to build a platform and be a role model for our young kids and young people, to be able to take that and elevate it to a wider audience. To build collaboratively, we should build partnerships and building good communities. In the end, obviously society as a whole will be better for that.
You may even use your experience in the future to foster, as you said to us recently at the conference.
Yes, I mean, my ministry at the moment is to get Fatima's campaign up and running, and hopefully in years to come, that legacy will be there for future generations long after I've gone. But before I go, I'd like to think that they would have time to foster or even adopt
We'd love you to foster in Hertfordshire.
I certainly will. Hertfordshire is where I started my first 5 years, and in a place called Ware. And Hoddesdon is where one of the aunties, Corrie, that used to be working in the home there in Ware.
So you've got an attachment to the area.
I have, and sometimes I still visit. I come and see Corrie. So.
And finally, we're really struggling to get foster carers to come forward. What would you say to people in Hertfordshire to encourage them to do something like fostering, and what difference it would make to a child's life?
Well, fostering or adopting is so important for our young children, because it will give them a chance in life to experience the love and security of a loving home with parents that care for them, have got their back, so they can be seen and heard, and their emotional needs being met too. So important for our young people to feel that they have a chance in life, which is like, isn't that all what we want? To be loved, to be seen, to be heard, and at the end of the day, they're going to grow up to be young adults, and we want to be able to help them stand on their own feet, so that one day they'll have a family of their own and be able to do as much for their own children as we are as foster parents can do for these young children. It's a very rewarding job. It's tough, don't underestimate it, but being family in a family, we all know that having children is tough anyway. It means no less, but it means it's the world. It means the world to those children. Give them a chance, and you'll see they won't just survive; they'll thrive.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much.